Jackson State's fan base, there is a hunger to get back to who we used to be and who we are in terms of DNA. So, man, we got to bring this guy in. Let me turn these headsets over to this guy right here.
Come on in here, man.
Oh, Coach Jeff Weeks, defensive line coach. Welcome in. Come on and get these right here.
Yeah, man. Come on in here.
Talk to Tiger Nation.
Yeah, we're talking directly to Tiger Nation, live on air, the pregame show. Coach Jeff Weeks, welcome to the pregame show.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah.
What a
Don't
great
worry
event.
about that screen. You're looking good. We got you taken care of.
I appreciate it. I look as good as I can look, right?
Well, one, this is Father's Day weekend, so happy Father's Day to you. We were talking earlier about how low-ranking of a holiday it can be at times.
Hey, that's our role, though. Just as long as we got Mother's Day #1. All you mothers out there, be good.
Exactly.
Be good.
So, Coach, you've been here since the start of it because the guys you like to see were up front and early. What'd you think about their performance to camp today?
Oh, I loved it. You know, some of the guys we got out there, the way they worked, the way they hustled, they got after it. They did the drills. We started a 4-spot drill. We call it County Fair, divided about, 10 of them. We had about 40 kids, so we 10 each. We started off with 5-minute stations and got them going, and we taxed them pretty good. But we had the kids we were looking at, great feet, moving well. They all competed. We went to one-on-ones. They competed again. The impressive thing about them is we went against the offensive line. Hey, they got after it. They got mad at each other.
Oh.
There was no really fights. There was no personal fouls. They learned to work with each other. They competed, and then at the end they learned to love each other. So, I think it's great for everybody, and not just that them competing. We all came together today. The SWAC came together. I'm looking at some of the schools that we play against. Alabama State's here. Alabama A&M's here. Mississippi Valley State's here. We all have a good camaraderie. And we're trying to get this, to blow it up big. And Prime Skull, for what he wanted to do, we're getting there. But we all came together, I think, as the SWAC, and that was good. And not just the SWAC, Louisiana Tech's here. Some other schools are here, too. I don't want to miss anybody, but those schools, some of the guys I talked to.
Yeah, Coach, we've been calling the road, man. We've been blown away by it, the coaching staffs that have walked in here.
I'm doing pretty good, right?
Oh, man, you're nailing it. Like you had missed one. When you look at it and all the names on these sheets, if they all wanted to come to Jackson State, we ain't got space for them.
No doubt.
So at the end of the day, there's enough here, as Coach Prime would say, shoot your shot.
Right.
And so when I saw Grambling and Valley and Belhaven and everybody walk in here, man, and Coach Odoms that left Southern is now Norfolk State, saw him walking around doing some evaluations. So it's a lot of coaches here, definitely a lot of talent here. Coach, let's talk this fall. Summer's underway. Don't hide, you next. Summer's underway. I know we're getting ready for week 1. One of the concerns in the fan base was that the D-line, the O-line, the trenches, our play there. How are you looking this summer? What's encouraging you about what we're going to be ready to do week 1?
Well, you look what we had that was practicing and working out, and I think we had to go through the spring, and being able to go through a spring, and that's what I've explained to everybody, helped us. We'd have gone through that in the fall if we wouldn't have kind of gone through that in the spring. So we'd had the growing pains in the spring or in the fall. So we had them in the spring instead. And we, for whatever reason, we got rid of 10 guys in my room, 10 D linemen for whatever reason. I didn't run them off. It was just fact. They chose not to play here. Or I told them, I said, let me take that back. I told them, I said, they may not be able to play for Jackson State, but they can play for someone else. So, maybe they can take it the way they want. They can all play football. But for what we were trying to accomplish, they couldn't play for me.
Gotcha.
And not that I'm the god of defensive line or football, anything else, just what we're trying to accomplish. We had to move on for some players. Some players choose to move on themselves. We'll start, if you want to talk about the front 5, because we're talking about the outside backers, we'll go to sub and do some of those things, and we'll go to a 3-2 front, look at some of our packages we'll put in. But out of the 5 positions that I'm involved with a lot of times, counting outside guys and the 3 inside guys, we will start 4 new guys. It was kind of watching the highlights up here, and I just kind of had to smirk a little bit deep down because, I love all the rival schools are here, and they're probably thinking, because I know Alabama A&M, Alabama's like, we beat them, look at that highlight. But anyway, but what I'm saying, smirking for is those were great kids. I loved them. they were the start of what we are accomplishing now.
Sure.
And they will always be remembered if they are here. Some did come with us, and some moved on to other places. God bless. I hope they do well.
Sure.
But we're ready to roll. And with what we're getting ready to start next year, it's going to be fun. And to answer your question, like I said, 4 to 5 will be new starters. And we upgraded. You know, in my opinion, Coach Prime asked me this morning, how's the D-line doing this last couple of weeks? I said, we're smarter in the room. We're more athletic in the room. We working hard. Last year, the guys worked hard. No discredit to them. But we got smarter players. And one of the reasons we got smarter players is, Antoine Owens coming in, a graduate from Georgia Tech. I mean, you're getting a grad. We had a lot of young guys last year. So we got a graduate from Georgia Tech that's coming in that's already got his degree. That's a fifth-year guy. That's going to be a great leader in the room. He probably
immediate impact.
And he probably would have had a draft grade if he wouldn't have got his knee hurt 2 years ago.
Wow.
And the good thing about it is, well, he got his knee hurt, but he played all last year at Georgia Tech. So he already proved that he can play on that knee.
Sure.
You go watch tape. He's an easy go YouTube and go watch him play and start for Georgia Tech. So, you got him playing. Malik McClain, a guy that we had last year on the roster, he's going to be eligible next year. Niles Gaddy's going to be eligible. Jamani Crane made a lot of plays last year. He's coming back to us. He had a big play against Mississippi Valley State where he did the prime shuffle. and he's going to be a great player. Katron Evans is our 4-star guy that's going to be getting in the mix as a young guy. We got Michael Webb. That's a transfer. He came out of Griffin, Georgia. He's a smaller guy, but what I love about him, we talk about smart. He had a Navy appointment coming out of Griffin, Georgia. Then he went to Western Illinois. So you're talking a smart kid. You're going to look at him and, he might only be 5'11", but he can move.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. We're not going to have a target on him, obviously. So, and he's quick. You go watch his tape at 6A High School in Georgia and watch some of his tape at Western as an athlete. He moves well. So looking at those things, I'm excited about that. Mississippi's own out of Holmes, Jeremiah Williams, coming in, doing the drills and seeing how solid he is. He might be only 265, 270. He looks like he's more. You touch him, he's solid as a rock. He's a freshman. He's going to get playing time. If everything started equating what I'm seeing in the offseason here in the summer, he's going to play, and that's great. He's right up the street at Holmes. And there's – if he's 6'3", he's probably at Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Yeah. 6'3", 6'4", whatever. But he's a little shorter on that end. But, hey, I love it because he's one of those guys that you talk about that's going to be able to play. I was at the New York Jets, and we had Mike DeVito and Bo Puha. Both guys were journeymen.
Call them names, Coach.
Yeah.
I love it.
We had 2 first-round draft picks, Brian Thomas, BT, and Calvin Pace. But we had a bunch of guys that were journeymen. We had Sean Elson in his career, but the 2 guys I'm talking about, Michael DeVito went and got a $12 million contract with the Kansas City Chiefs by playing just our technique and stuff, being a tough player.
Yeah.
Sione, Bo Puha, what I loved about him, he comes out and he gets a new 5-year contract for a $5 million contract for 3 years or whatever. And they were type of guys like, for you talk about the National Football League, for what they had to do for guys like a Michael Webb, like a Jamani Crane, where we're playing in the SWAC we can win. Everybody wants the measurables and everything else. Everybody wants 3, 4, 5 stars. We got some of them. Yeah. We also got journeymen that come in that'll work, put the lunch pail on, let's go to work. And that's the difference you're going to see. You go play in Southern, you better have your lunch pail on.
Yeah.
Because they got big, tough offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Not saying the other ones, they're more finesse. You look at Alabama State, they were a young line, they'll be better. Alabama A&M's a passing type offensive line. The teams, you look at the teams that beat us. But you look at Southern, they're a physical line.
Yeah.
That's what we had to match.
Yeah.
Going forward. Alcorn, it's great they didn't play because they're going to go through growing pains. I'm sure we play them with the last of the year, so their growing pains will be over with. And I think all the book out, it's rival. So it's going to be a tough game. We know that, But I just think, what we did, we upgraded our whole room everywhere around the board.
I love it.
You mentioned Southern. In terms of matching a physicality, would they, in your estimation, be probably the most physical team that we played?
Yeah, it's it's bittersweet for their head